Good afternoon. How are you today? Father Todd said that I have a perfect English, but no. Even I don't know if I have a perfect Spanish because, no. But I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Um, because it's not my language, of course, I'm nervous, no. But I'm going to try to read what I wrote for you. I'm going to tell you a story. Maybe you know this story, maybe you listen to it, or maybe you have a book with the story. It says, one day, a teacher came to the class with a jar. He asked the students about what they could see in the jar. But of course, there was nothing inside. Then he took some ping pong balls and put them inside. The teacher asked then the students if the jar was full. The students agreed that it was full. Then the teacher took some little rocks and put them in the jar. After that, the little rocks, they went to the bottom of the pot of the jar. The students, surprised, looked that there was space enough for the rocks. The teacher then asked the students if the jar was full. They agreed it was full. The teacher took some sand and put it inside the jar. The sand fulfilled the pot, the jar. The students then, surprised, looked at the sand went to the bottom of the jar so that there was space enough for it. Finally, the teacher took a glass of water and poured it into the jar, and the water was absorbed by the sand and filled the whole jar. The students were astonished while the teacher asked them, "This jar is like our life. We fill it with big things, important things, but they are not enough. Sometimes we forget tiny things that, because of different reasons, we think they are not necessary, but that, in the end, they fulfill and complete our lives. What are the most important things in life?" That was the question. Our current culture teaches us that performance, productivity, and efficiency are the most important things. In today's parable, Jesus compares the kingdom of God to the mysterious growth of a seed, which occurs without the intervention of the sower. This parable highlights the contrast between the patient wait of the sower and the impending growth of the seed. While the sower sleeps, the seed germinates and grows independently without the farmer's intervention and without him knowing how. We are used to assessing only the effectiveness and performance, which is essential to obtain the daily food and to be able to cover our bills. It is essential. However, we have forgotten that the gospel speaks of fruitfulness, not so much effort, because for Jesus, the fundamental law of human growth is not working, but welcoming the life that we are receiving from God. He pushes us to work. He appreciates the work, but he loves the attitude of gratitude we have to God. Today's society pushes us too hard into work, activity, and performance that we no longer perceive how we become impoverished when it all comes down to working and being effective. The logic of effectiveness leads the human being to a tense and overwhelmed existence, to a growing deterioration of his relations with the world and people, to an inner emptying where God disappears little by little from the horizon of the person. Life is not just work and productivity, but God's gift that we must welcome and enjoy with a grateful heart. To be human, the person needs to learn to be in life from a productive attitude and contemplative. Life takes on a new and deeper dimension when we begin to live the experience of God's free, creative, and energizing love. We need to learn to live more attentively to all that is a gift in existence, to awaken within ourselves gratitude and praise, freeing ourselves from the heavy logic of effectiveness and opening up spaces in our lives for the gratuitousness. We must thank so many people who brighten our lives and not overlook so many landscapes made just to be contemplated. To save your life as grace, to let ourselves be loved, to let ourselves be surprised by the good of each day, to let ourselves be graced and blessed by God. I have 3 questions. Number 1, what are the daily things that we usually do? Are they only work or are they sharing moments with people? Number 2, if I had to make a testament, not a material testament, but a spiritual one for humanity, what 3 things could I teach them about God, others, and myself? And finally, have you had at least 30 minutes for you? Maybe to take a warm shower, to rest and breathe, to have a cold or a hot drink, to watch yourself in the mirror and tell you how important and handsome or beautiful you are. Those things are for free and are a gift from you for you. So the most important thing in life is gratitude to God.